What's good, YouTube? It's your budget too crazy. Back in another video, as you can see. You feel me? Hey, another video, another day, another video. You feel me? Hey, I ain't gonna do too much talking. Y'all already know what we got going on. You feel me? Y'all know how I get down. We get into the video. You feel me? So with that being said, let's get straight to it. Got nigga with the real monsters. You feel me?
This is bear country, and they depend on the salmon run for food, so I'll be in direct competition with them for the best fishing spots. We're only about 65 miles from where self-styled grizzly expert Timothy Treadwell and his girlfriend were eaten alive by a hungry grizzly.
If a bear comes close to us, we'll stand side by side and we'll try to look big just like they do. And then typically they'll just move around you and then move off. If a bear's trying...
That nigga hungry, nigga. That's not finna work. If that nigga hungry, bro, and that nigga get to standing on his hind legs, it's not gonna work.
to fish in an area, though, the last thing we want to do is for that bear to think that we want the fishing hole and we expect for it to move. So if they want it, we'll let them have it.
Okay. Carrying a gun at all times is common practice in the Alaskan wilderness. And in case a bear does attack, my pilot Glenn Osworth Jr. is carrying a .50 caliber handgun.
He got that fire.
There are no bears in sight, so it seems safe to try and catch my first salmon. What you're doing is you're casting out, you've got a lump of lead here, and you flick it 45 degrees upstream. It comes down, and the fish are all facing upstream, and the idea is that they've got their mouths open, it just gets in their mouth, that panics them, they run, and as they run, hey, that ends up in the mouth. So it feels like a strike, but and that will be in the mouth, probably like that. But then they're not actually going for it. That's the theory. I'm going to see if I can put that into practice. Time to try and get my first salmon.
Here's a bear just coming out of the brush on the far side.
Whereabouts is it, Glenn?
He's just looking out of the brush, watching for salmon.
Oh, yeah. And that, I mean, that's a very definite fisherman's posture, isn't it? Even though it's
you can tell he's ready to pounce down in the water.
Within minutes, 3 large grizzlies have surrounded us. Our day on the river has suddenly become dangerous. Oh, this is absolutely typical. You find a good spot, somebody else comes in, tries to elbow you out, but I think in this case I'm going to make a graceful retreat.
He may turn back towards us too, because there's fish between us and the bear. And definitely a good time to keep talking, keep making noise. That way, if he has his nose down under the water, he can still hear us and doesn't end up, popping out of the water right close to us and having to make a decision about how it's going to react.
A bit like a human fisherman, if there's lots of fish there, even if you're a bit inept, you're still going to get something.
Hey.
Yeah. Once they've moved off a bit, I can carry on trying.
Hey, all I got to say, niggas get to get the first string because they can't catch no fish. Get to looking over where I'm at suspiciously, but immediately, nigga immediately finna want a nigga to come over here. Time out, you feel me? Cause first of all, I wouldn't even be out there, you feel me? Bear country, literally bear country, you feel me? Like they was out there for, I don't even remember how long they said they was out there for. Bears just popped up, three big grizzly bears. What?
Trying to catch my first salmon, but these grizzlies are putting me to shame.
Let's get out there and catch how they kick.
Fantastic to see these bears close up. I wasn't really expecting that. You can see they're semi-aquatic, but I don't think this is the lake monster.
Mess around with me one of them bears. They got popped. I ain't gonna count. Once I get scared, I might start moving suspiciously to them. You feel me? And once you start moving suspiciously to an animal, it wraps. You know what I'm saying? They finna run up on you, and you run up on me, and I got that 50 cal. It's gonna be a bad day for both of us, buddy.
Well, I think you could call it, in some ways, a bit of a river monster. Here we go. Believe it or not, this is the first salmon I've ever had on the end of my line.
Everyone is roaring for Mufasa the Lion King.
This is a fish that can swim hundreds of miles up these fast-flowing rivers to get to its spawning grounds, so it can put up a strong fight. Right, fish has done me a favour. It actually has turned off the main flow. I'm so engrossed with catching a salmon, at first I don't notice our interested onlooker.
Oh.
Out of the water, out of the water. Right, come. Okay. Right, I think we're going to break the fish off. I think
Hey. Break the fish off. Break the fish off. But what you just said, boy, get the standing big, boy. Somebody get the standing big. Other buddy put out the 50 cal. I really in the fish, but it just one of him. You feel me? You got both of y'all and the cameraman. You feel me? Hey, lock in. You feel me? Lock in. Say, come on now.
no. Hey, is he on the fish?
Yeah,
This
he
bear
want the
is
fish.
clearly not afraid of us, and that's a problem.
Yeah, see?
We just break it off.
What I told y'all, they're trying to stand up looking big, not finna work. Pull out the 50 cal, get the bow. Watch you run. If you don't run, hey.
No. We're going to break No, we're just going to break the fish off. This is a young grizzly, but although not fully grown, it could still attack and kill any one of us. You can have the fish. Luckily, it's more interested in the salmon than us. It took my fish, and a minute later, it's back for more.
Uh-oh.
This
See?
time, we need to fire.
See, that would if it don't want no fish, but I tell you, don't. Only took the fish because that was easier, what was closer. You feel me? Hey, see that nigga had to pull that you feel me? Hey, I'm telling you.
A warning shot.
I am gonna fire away. He's getting too pushy.
Whoa! No!
You guys plug your ears.
Should did that first time. Yeah.
Just deep breaths.
Yeah.
Later, it's
Should
back
did
for
that the
more.
first time.
This time, we need to fire a warning shot.
Should did that the first time. See,
I am gonna fire away.
Hey, what I tell you, boy, see, you let off that blah, and then get the running. I'm telling you.
He's getting too pushy.
Whoa! No!
You guys plug your ears.
Yeah.
Just deep breaths. Just calm down.
See how
It's
you
all
jump?
part of the day.
See how he jumped. See, he felt that 50 cal even though it didn't even touch him. I'm telling you, boy. Telling you, boy. Hey, better get back now. Telling you.
In the life of a fisherman in this part of the world. Millions of salmon coming in every year, and fish like pike in these waters year round. I'm convinced that there is enough food to sustain the monster I've been hearing about. My mission is to prove whether the
That what he there for, bro. He supposed to be there for river monsters, bro. He messing with bears and salmon.
Arapaima deserves a place alongside the Amazon's undisputed freshwater killers. And as I go deeper into the heart of the Amazon in search of this fish, I encounter the other creatures that come with this increasingly dangerous territory.
Yo.
Yes! Gotcha.
What is this guy's problem?
That's a caiman. Just having a close look at this animal here, I can really now understand why this is one of the most feared creatures in the Amazon. Just imagine this thing scaled up. I mean, those teeth, that sort of armour-plated body, yeah, it is just the perfect design for taking out just anything else that lives in this river. So it's basically a big one of these that was responsible for the death of that poor fisherwoman. She just went over it in her canoe and it just surfaced, flipped over the boat and then grabbed her when she fell into the water.
And he's standing up like he can't get flipped over. Nigga, that ain't okay, man.
Makes me realise that it is as much the company that Arapaima keep that makes them such risky prey to hunt. I've now been travelling for several days. It feels like I'm light years from civilization when I finally track down the Munduruku people. Bom dia. Bom dia. Although often dressed in Western clothes these days, the Munduruku still retain their connection to wildlife and to the myths and legends of old. A época melhor para ver eles.
E agora essa época, né?
Época de seca. So some fish ready for supper. No fridge here or anything, so basically had to put some salt on, otherwise they just go off in the heat.
I see.
No game back then, the bat eating good, you feel me? Hey, ain't none of that stuff artificially, none of that. So hey, and that nigga still had a gut on him, so hey, you know that nigga eating.
So some fish ready for supper. No fridge here.
Pete, game back here still got a gut. And ain't a I know
What you do
dang. I know the turtles and fish out there ain't infested, contaminated, you feel me? They far away from civilization, you feel me? So everything out there is natural and organic, feel me? And buddy still got a good.
Or anything, so basically had to put some salt on, otherwise they just go off in the heat.
I see. Voila.
Mesmo respirar This is a little spice you put on your fish.
Okay.
Mais pimenta.
Pimenta. Aqui dentro.
It's sort of manioc juice with a bit of chili pepper
As long as you don't ingest it raw, cause hey.
in there, and it's got a bit of a bite apparently.
Aqui rapaz lá de pesca, aqui ele tá tomando farinha de pesca. De arpão, né?
De arpão.
Mas é de arpão.
So the way that people fish here is not, the sort of industrial method that is used or was used elsewhere. It's very traditional. It's one person in one boat with a harpoon just waiting, and there's somebody in the village who can possibly sort of take me out later on to see if I can see some arapaima at least anyway. Absolute monster.
Nigga talking about they be in the trenches. Nah, they ain't right here in the trenches. Real.
I head south to another lake as I hear big umputa are the villagers' target species. Fishing techniques here have remained pretty much the same for thousands of years. Maybe if I leave my high-tech equipment behind for now and join these fishermen, they'll share their secrets of where they catch their fish. This is Lake Chamo in Africa's Rift Valley. And just looking around today, even in the 21st century, this place has the look of somewhere that could hold a real serious monster.
Hey, y'all keep thinking it's funny. Hey, a hippo will whack something too now. I'm telling you. Keep thinking something playing with a hippo.
I generally scout out an area before I fish, but on this lakeside I'm not alone, and I'm not sure I like it. I'm not used to jostling for position with man-eaters. These guys can eat up to half their own body weight in a single meal, and very often it's fishermen that end up on the menu. Situations like this that make you rethink your place on the food chain. I'm normally the person who's doing the hunting, but I'm very aware now that I'm actually having to sort of look around me, watch my back. Something might have its eye on me. I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed now.
Hey, the nigga out there just with hands, boy. Hey. Nigga just out there with hands, boy. Nigga ain't got no fire. Nigga ain't got no stick. Nigga ain't got no javelin. Nigga ain't got no harpoon. Nigga ain't got no bow and arrow. Nigga ain't got no shield. Nigga ain't got no club. Ain't got nothing. Look.
This croc's still in some of these reeds here. Didn't actually see the animal then, but heard the movement as it went through the reeds.
Hey, niggas talking about they can't leave the house without their fire. Hey, I'm not going out there without no fire. I'm sorry. Hey, I ain't going out there without no fire. You feel me? I ain't going out there without no fire. You feel me, nigga? That's the jungle for real. That is the jungle for real. For real.
This is a bit nerve-wracking. There's a pod of hippos over there. It's not them I'm worried about, but there's a couple of others on the fringes of the group which periodically go under and then come back up again, and they've been coming back up closer and closer. strangely, I'm actually trying to get to the deep water because that's actually going to be safer than the shallows where the hippos and the crocs are.
See, hey, but ain't even saying nothing next to him. Hey, that's how you know he ain't worried about it. He don't even look
It's
scared.
very, very close. Looking this way, gone underwater. I don't like the look of this, actually. After what I've just heard, I want to stay well clear of these hippos. They are just as dangerous in the water, and they have been known to flip boats, chomping the occupants to death. If I get on the wrong side of a hippo, especially in this tiny canoe, I'll be lucky to escape alive. But my only option is to just get on with it. If, like the local fishermen, you are dependent on the fish you catch to stay alive, you've got to work with the dangers. I come across one man who took on perhaps the most feared animal here when he was attacked by a crocodile. However, this time the croc didn't leave empty-handed. You know, not only did the crocodile actually make off with his foot, it had done so much damage to his lower leg that his leg was actually amputated above the knee. Unbelievably, I mean, he still fishes. As this picture here proves, he still goes out with just one leg, fishing on the very same lake where he had that encounter. He has a family to feed, so he has to keep facing the dangers. But he's not fished this long without learning a thing or two. Or is something else lurking down there? Yeah. See the eyes just on the edge of this bit of vegetation here, about 20-30 yards in front of the boat. Dense floating islands of vegetation. Perfect crocodile habitat. It's right in the vegetation.
What would cause you to go looking for something like this? Like, look, why? For what? For what? And then if you die, you want people to feel sorry for you?
They can stay submerged for over an hour. You don't know they're there until they attack. Each time we spot one, it spooks and disappears. They seem very wary. But eventually, Alphonse grabs a baby one. So this one's a salty?
Yeah, it's older one. It's about 1 year old.
So this could belong to the big one. This could be one of the children.
One of the children for the big one.
So the squeaking noise. What is the squeaking noise?
Call your mother.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So you think maybe a good idea to put back now?
Yeah. We can put it back.
And I discover I'm not the only fisherman out here. Just spotted a caiman just here amongst these branches, looking at me directly with this big eye. And I suppose I'm just about to go up the creek here. I'm just trying to get my eye in for spotting things in the water, so I'm quite pleased that I spotted that. I think the wolffish are going to be quite similar. It's going to be a case of looking for something just not quite right amongst lots and lots of tangled branches and weeds, that kind of thing.
I don't see no weapons. None. I'm finna get to striking something if I see it in the sight of a creature.
I have now heard incredible stories of how fearless wolffish are. I have caught the huge piranha that they compete with in these rivers. I have travelled so far and risked so much, but to fall at the last hurdle would be a disaster.
See, no, I don't really think it's that deep.
This creek is a really eerie place, a pool enclosed by rainforest in the heart of nowhere. I have never felt so tiny and remote. A caiman, South America's alligator. Large ones have been known to attack people. Although normally quite wary, this one is completely unafraid of me testament to how far from people I have travelled. I don't want him to come too close, but it's no wonder he has made this creek his home. It's piranha. Right off. It's alive with piranhas. It's actually very frustrating. Every bait I'm throwing out is getting attacked, but unfortunately it's by piranhas.
There's power in the word no.
Piranha again. I'm hoping that as the light fades, they will become less active. But at the moment, I've got a dwindling supply of bait because the piranhas are just attacking it every time. My best chance is to wait until night.
You can't get got.
Salamoni told me that once the sun sets, the piranhas run and hide, because that's when the wolffish come out to hunt. It seems the piranhas know who the real river monster is. Fish on! Oh yeah. I've finally got a wolffish on my line, but I'm not the only one with an eye on my catch. There's a caiman right in front of me. I do the only thing I can think of. I'm going to try and just pull this up on the side. With the worst possible result.
He got his food snatched.
Catch. There's a caiman right in front of me. I do the only thing I can think of. I'm going to try and just pull this up on the side. With the worst possible result. I was trying to pull the fish up on the side because a caiman was after it, and I've lost it. I've lost it. Damn! Should have had that fish. If that caiman hadn't been there, I'd have probably had that fish. What I was trying to do was just slide it up on the side here. Hook came out. It will be there again tomorrow without doubt, and next time it might not just go for the fish. A 7-foot caiman could easily attack, and a severe injury out here would have serious ramifications.
Anyways, enough of that. That's enough of this video. If y'all like, go down, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You feel me? I love y'all. Appreciate you for watching. You're too crazy. He is out.